At the close of the Iraq War, U.S. Army Staff Sergeant Shane Matthews, a sniper, along with his spotter, Sergeant Alan Isaac, are assigned to the 51st OTA, are sent to investigate a pipeline construction site in the desert of the country where contractors and their security detail have all fallen. Victim to a sniper. Despite the heat and thirst, they continue to investigate, and Matthew started complaining that there is any movement, so he thinks that they're waiting for nothing. But Isaac said, wait a little more, maybe the enemy is hiding somewhere and just waiting to unhide themselves. Matthew and Isaac continue to their conversation about what happened if there's really an enemy hiding somewhere and what are the possible outcomes. Matthew is so hard-headed that he still wants to go down to the pipeline and reveal himself. But still Isaac said it's not a good idea, but Matthew keep insisting it. They continue their conversation and their plan on how to get down the pipeline without getting hit by a bullet from the unknown enemy hiding place. So Isaac continued to watch and observe the pipeline to see if there's any suspicious movement from enemy. The pair patiently wait 22 hours on Overwatch before determining that the site is clear. But suddenly Matthew decided to take action and can't wait anymore, and he proceeds to investigate the site. But Isaac warned Matthew to wait a little more and don't do such a stupid action. But Matthew continues to walk and investigate. While investigating, he saw a lifeless dead soldier lying on a desert sand, and he saw another lifeless dead soldier beside the car. And then he told Isaac that all of them were shot in the head, and Matthew got suspicious in surroundings and started to realize there's a sniper hiding somewhere. But after he realized Matthew's shot by famed Iraqi sniper nicknamed Juba, and Isaac got rattled, but Matthew said, don't come yet and find the location of sniper. But Isaac didn't listen. Isaac decided to unhide and tries to rescue the dying Matthews. Isaac continues to run zigzag to avoid bullet from the enemy, and he keeps running and running. The first shot was missed, but the second shot got Isaac's radio and bottled water. The third shot got Isaac's leg. But he is also wounded in the right knee and has his radio damaged and his water bottle destroyed in the process, and Isaac immediately runs toward the wall to hide. And he don't have a choice but to left Matthew for a while. Isaac quickly jumped on the wall and quickly leaned against the wall, and even though he was wounded, he did not care. Alone, Isaac takes cover behind an unsteady wall and tends to his wounds. And then Isaac crawls beside the wall to check on Matthew. Luckily, Matthew is still alive, but due to his wounds, because by sniper's bullet, he can't crawl towards Isaac on the wall because it's so dangerous. They need to wait until they figure out where's the enemy's location. After he checked on Matthew's status, he leaned to the wall and think what his next move, and then he crawls to get a strap to tie it in his leg to stop the bleeding. When Isaac got the strap, he quickly adjusted it to tie it to his wounded leg. While fixing the strap on his wound, Isaac first took the courage to tie it, but the wound he received was very painful, causing him to writhe in pain. Isaac had no choice but to bind his wound, and otherwise it would cause him to lose a lot of blood and die. After that, he crawls again to check on Matthew's condition and started to communicate with him through radio. Matthew said just stay and hide because the sniper didn't know that he's still alive, and they need to figure out where's the sniper's location. Isaac and Matthew continued their conversation about their next move. One wrong move would cost Isaac and Matthew's life. They still didn't know where's the enemy hiding and how to locate it, so they keep talking and planning about their next move. Both soldiers are in pain and deadly situation. Extreme heat and thirst could kill them. If I were in this situation, maybe I'm dead already. Then Isaac had an idea. He took his telescope with his left leg. When Isaac got the telescope, he leaned on the wall and took a moment to think and rest. And he thinks carefully his next move on how to locate the enemy without being seen and shot by the sniper's bullet. Finally, when Isaac got the idea, Isaac took his telescope and drilled a hole in the wall to observe and find the location of the sniper. Isaac's eye had dirt, and he wiped it to see properly. Then he went back to observing where the enemy was located and where he was really hiding. It is difficult to track the enemy's location, but he must be able to track it immediately, so that he can act with caution if he have a plan to make. Isaac patiently observing the surrounding, hoping that he can find the location of enemy or anything that he could use to survive. Being in this situation is not easy. Big salute to all good soldiers who fights for their country. During his observation, he finds a dead soldier with a radio that he can use to call for rescue team, and Isaac slowly crawled and observed how to cross and get the radio without being hit by a sniper's bullet. Then Isaac leaned on the wall and rested. Isaac watched the dead soldier and thought about what to do next. Isaac thinks carefully on how to get the radio without being shot. The plan that he's going to do is so dangerous. One simple mistake could cost his life, so Isaac needs to plan very carefully. Because of the extreme heat and fatigue, Isaac was thirsty and he took the water container and quickly drank it. But the water container was empty because it was hit by a sniper's bullet. Since Isaac is not sure yet about his plan, so he crawled back slowly to think other plan. Then, Isaac suddenly had an idea. He took off his uniform and hung it on a stick, and he took the helmet to hang it as well, so it would look like a person to deceive the sniper. But the enemy is so smart that he knows it's just a bait to lure him. When Isaac's bait was ready for the enemy, he raised it slowly as if a real person was slowly peeking and observing. As he slowly raises his bait to the enemy, Isaac looked through his telescope and began to observe the surroundings and look for the enemy. Isaac continued to raise the bait even though he knew it wouldn't work. When Isaac failed in his plan to track down the enemy, he took the courage and decided to take the radio that was on the dead soldier. It is dangerous, but there is no other way to find help from the rescue team. When he was ready to proceed with the plan, he observed the wind, and when it was covered with sand, he quickly ran and hid. The enemy was not able to fire at Isaac because of the thick sand covering the air. Isaac quickly took the radio, hoping that he can fix it and call for help. And when the radio was on him, he quickly ran and went along with the strong wind that covered the sand to make it difficult for the enemy to aim at him. But he was still seen by the enemy and shot. But because of the thick sand that covered the air, Isaac miraculously survived. Matthews regained consciousness and subtly gets Isaac's attention that he is still alive. Matthews slowly crawls towards his rifle in the midst of the dusty wind, along with Isaac distracting Juba with small talk. Matthew, with his dog tag, he observed the sniper's location through its reflection. Then finally, Matthew got the location of the sniper thanks to Isaac, who distracted the enemy. Matthews believes that the sniper is hiding at the top of some rubble nearby. Then Matthew took his sniper and patiently find the exact location of the enemy. And when he got the location, he fires in that direction, but he missed. The sniper sees Matthews and fires, injuring Matthews in the left shoulder as he crawled towards the wall. Isaac immediately crawled to help Matthew, but a second shot kills him. Isaac was shocked. Then he immediately crawled back to get the radio and contact the rescue team. When he saw the radio, he quickly took it and fixed it. He quickly took the phone and wire to attach it, and Isaac starts dialing to call for help. Isaac keeps dialing until someone answers his call. Then, finally, the rescue team got his call and he tells his location. Isaac is so happy, all he needed to do is to stay, observe, and stay alive while waiting for the rescuer to pick them up. Because of the extreme heat and exhaustion, Isaac fell asleep. As darkness approached, Isaac woke up and slowly crawled to get the sniper gun. But the problem is, the Matthews rifle is far to reach, and it's so dangerous to get it. Then finally Isaac had an idea. He took wood and string and used it to throw at the gun to get it. He missed on his first attempt. But the second time he got it, and he quickly grabbed the string to get the gun, and finally he got the gun without being hit by the enemy's bullet. Then he crawled slowly while holding the sniper to find the right and comfortable spot to find the enemy's location where he was hiding, and while observing, Isaac hears the rescue helicopters coming, so with all his strength, he pushes down the wall and quickly back into his position, and uses Matthew's rifle to try and kill Juba, or at least flush him out so the rescue chopper can see the trap. And when the wall fell, the enemy had difficulty in determining where Isaac was, and Isaac quickly returned to his spot and searched for the enemy's location. While Isaac finding Juba, Juba saw him first, and Juba fires at Isaac twice and misses. Finally, because of Juba's mistake, Isaac now got his location and right spot. So Isaac carefully aims at him and fires a shot. When Isaac shot Juba, Isaac is not sure if he really hit Juba. Isaac doubts whether Juba is alive or dead. Then, Isaac stands up and waits for Juba's next shot, but it never comes. Thus, he assumes his shot was successful and Juba is either injured or dead. Isaac survived. He didn't know how he would feel, whether he will be happy or sad, because Matthew didn't survive. The helicopters then land and the rescue team picks up Isaac and Matthews. Once the helicopters dust off, Juba successfully shoots down both in rapid succession. He is then heard over the radio calling for another rescue to set a new trap. Hope you enjoyed watching. Please and subscribe for more short recap. Stay safe and God bless.